righty, I'm Randy Cross, and this is Unsafe Spaces. Welcome. This is Season 4 and the first episode of Season 4. And just sort of a little brief, what are we? We're about news, we're about sports, we're about life, we're about a little bit of sarcasm. Can't have a life without a little bit of sarcasm. And we're about those unsafe spaces and unsafe subjects at times that you don't always hear about. And especially those stories you don't always hear about. I think that's something that's nice to shine a light on them. And speaking of that, we're going to be joined today by an unbelievable individual, Rodney Smith Jr. And if you don't know who he is, let's show you just a little short tape that will give you a picture of what this guy, this extraordinary person, has got going on.
My name is Rodney Smith Jr. I'm from the island of Bermuda. Well, in Bermuda, everybody's just friendly, you know. They give back when they can, and that's what drives me, to help people. I'm here at Alabama A&M. I graduate this May, and I look to go back to get my master's in social work. The goal was to reach 40 lawns, but I reached 40 lawns in a month and a half.
Push up. How you missed?
2 months later, I reached 100. And that's what got us to here, raising a lawn care service.
Yeah, so we'll go in depth with Rodney, and he's a guy that's all about giving back. And he's given back to this entire country, his adopted country, by the way. He mentioned he's from Bermuda. Let's kick things off here with a little bit of a commentary. And my commentary this week is not so much just a commentary. It's just a reminder. I was lucky enough to play with Freddie Solomon. Freddie went to the University of Tampa. Freddie played for the 49ers. More importantly, Freddie was one of the most amazing people you'd ever want to meet. And I wear this bracelet right here on my wrist. And what it says is, be better, and FS Freddie Solomon. And those were Freddie's words. He did an unbelievable amount of work, not only in his hometown of Sumter, South Carolina, where his foundation, the Freddie Solomon Foundation.com, is based, but also in Tampa, where he and his beautiful wife, Dee, lived. He did some of God's work with the Boys and Girls Club. And he was tireless in what he did. And his theme was always be better. And when you think about it, there's nowhere in any of our lives we can't be better. And that involves politics, that involves sports, that involves everything. Even politicians can get a little better. Athletes we know can get a little bit better. That's what makes these games so amazing. But when it comes to just day-to-day life, watch TV, watch the news. You tell you can't do that better? Everybody involved in everything in life can strive for that be better. Is it a general statement? Yeah, it is, but it fits. And it's something that this guy, Freddie Solomon, lived his life by. And it's something all of us should aspire to end every single day, somehow, some way, just being a little bit better. All right, let's move in now to the interview with Rodney Smith Jr. All righty, and welcome. And as promised, we are joined now by Rodney Smith Jr. Rodney has got his Raising Men Lawn Care Service. He's got the Hope for the Holidays, which was viral videos that just blew up social media-wise. He's got his 50 Lawn Challenge that he started this whole thing off with. But Rodney, welcome. Really appreciate you taking the time out.
Oh, good morning. How are you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Now,
Yes,
you are based in Alabama, right?
Yep, Huntsville, Alabama.
Is anybody down there excited at all about that football game?
Oh, yeah, you know, they're big Alabama fans where I am. So.
Oh, I bet. I bet. How
Yeah,
about you? How about you?
Oh no, I'm originally from Bermuda.
Yeah.
So my sport of choice is football, which you guys call soccer.
Oh, that's great. That's right. Who's Who's your favorite player?
Oh, Messi.
Oh, is he really? Yeah, he is amazing.
Yeah.
Those guys are something. Hey, now, how did this all really start? I mean, we ran a little video earlier in the open, just sort of explaining things with the the 50 lawn challenge and whatnot. But what really started this for you?
Okay, so back in 2015, I came across an elderly man outside mowing his lawn, and it looked like he was struggling, so I pulled over and I helped him out, man. That night, I decided I'll start mowing free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single moms, and veterans. And at first, my goal was to mow 40 lawns because at the time, I was getting my bachelor's in computer science, so I thought I could mow 40 lawns by the end of winter. But I mowed 40 lawns so quick that I upped my goal to 100. A month and a half later, I reached my 100th lawn. That's when I came up with the idea of raising my lawn care service. We will still mow free lawn for the elderly, disabled, single moms, and veterans, but we also include kids ages 7 to 17 and show them the importance of giving back to their community with a lawnmower.
Yeah, I get a big kick out of the young kids and the connection you have with them and how quickly they really get this concept. Adults maybe not so much, but boy, kids really jump on this, don't they?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they like getting out there. I mean, they're different color shirts because after the program was started, I came with the idea of the 50-yard challenge. The 50-yard challenge is a challenge we have issued to kids nationwide and even worldwide to mow 50 free lawns in their community for the elderly, disabled, single moms, and veterans. And once if they accept this challenge, they make a sign saying, I accept the 50-yard challenge. And in return, I send them a white Raising Man Lawn Care Service t-shirt with shades and ear protection. Once they mow 10 lawns, they get an orange shirt, 20 earns a green, 30 a blue, 40 a red, and 50 earns a black shirt. And once they reach 50, you drive or fly to wherever they are. We do lawns with them. We also get them brand new lawnmowers, weed eaters, and blowers. So, kids are excited about that. We have about 25 kids that have completed this challenge. And currently, there's about 280 kids nationwide, including 1 in Canada, 7 in Bermuda, England, and 3 in Australia that are taking part in the challenge.
Wow, some unbelievable stuff. And you raise money. Are you a registered 501c?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are. You are. And do things go well? Has this social media sort of presence, has it had the influence you'd imagine?
It kind of took off for social media. I mean, social media has given me a platform. It's just allowed me to get the word out. So, social media makes things easier.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially when you have some of the stuff that you have. I mean, besides the 50 lawn challenge with the young kids, maybe one of my favorite parts was, and I guess it's sort of a spin-off, your connection with younger kids, but you started this bubble mower races.
So
looking at you on your knees with a bubble mower.
Yeah. We put bubble mowers on our Amazon wish list where people can go on and sponsor. They're sent right directly to my house, and I know wherever I go, I bring bubble mowers with me, and I challenge little kids to race me.
What are some of your favorite reactions when it comes to you just showing up? You go into cities, and I've followed you for a while through this process. You were driving through all 50 states where you'll just get into a town and say, hey, look, I'm looking for some lawns to mow. Yeah. Where are you? Yeah,
exactly. I mean, a lot of people are happy, because the groups we mow for, the elderly, disabled, single moms, and veterans, I found that many of them are sometimes not physically able to get out there and do it. So when I can come do it, it means a lot to them. A lot of them are on fixed incomes, especially our elderly, disabled, and veterans are fixed incomes. They only have so much money they can use a month, and when they can come cut it for free, they can now use their funds for medication, food, and other things they really need.
What are some of your favorite reactions you've gotten? Because it has to vary by parts of the country, or is it pretty much just across the board one general reaction?
Yeah, it's just everyone's excited. Most of the time people know that I'm coming, so they're happy to meet me and hear my story and stuff like that.
Do you get some cynical reactions on your mow-bys when you haven't necessarily called first?
For the mobiles, I've only been caught in action once, and it was for a lady I forget where it was, but I was mowing a lawn because I saw a lawn look like it could be mowed. I mean, yeah, it needed some love, so I was mowing it, and then she came home. And she was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then I told her what I was doing, and she was really excited, because she didn't have the means to pay anyone to mow her lawn, and to come home to me mowing her lawn. I believe she just came from church.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And another one of your ventures that got going this holidays, and we ran a picture in the website and stuff, was your Hope for the Holidays. What made you come up with this? Is this something you observed during your travels, or how exactly does this work?
I was back in 2016. I came across a homeless man at a gas station, and that interaction with him made me want to help the homeless in my community. So I went back home that night, and I went on my social media asking people to send me blankets, tents, sleeping bags, and stuff for the homeless. And then someone suggested I make an Amazon wish list, put items on there, and people can go in there and buy them, and it'll be sent right to me. And that's what I done, and that was in 2016. 2017, I'd done the same thing, made an Amazon wish list for the homeless. But I dressed as Santa Claus, and I got a little small tree for my car, and I went to all the major cities in Alabama, delivering gifts to different homeless camps in Alabama, and also Memphis, Tennessee, and Nashville, Tennessee. And the following year, in 2018, Christmas time, I done the same thing. But with me, I'd already been on 3 50-state tours by then around the nation. I just decided I'd travel to all 50 states for the homeless this time around and call it Hope for the Holidays, delivering 10 sleeping bags and blankets to each state, to a homeless person, maybe one or two, whoever I came across. And I would sit them down, talk to them, ask them what it'd like to be homeless in their city and state. And then I'll finish by saying what's one thing we want for Christmas. And whatever that one thing was, I'll go and buy it. So, like, there was 2 guys in Idaho that had been homeless in Idaho for 6 months, and they was trying to get back home to Florida. So I bought them 2 bus tickets, and then there's people who were saying, I haven't had a hot bath in so long. So I bought them 3 nights stay in hotel rooms, and all this was funded by just people on the internet, people that supported my mission, and which allowed me to buy these gifts for the different people I met.
And hopefortheholidays.com is the best website for people to go to get more information about that?
Yeah, it's Hope for the Holidays. It's not active right now since that is over with, but I plan to do it again, maybe this Christmas.
What's the best website for people to go to contribute? Would it be We Are Raising Men? WeAreRaisingMen.com?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I mean, I can't say enough, Rodney, about how much I admire what you've done, and the fact that more people don't do this. I think you're in the process of embarrassing a whole lot of folks that don't get off their butt and do little things, because this starts with just a little thing, right?
Yeah, I never would have expected it would have grown to what it is today. It started so innocent when I came across Albie Man, and look, 4 years later, we're here.
It's unbelievable. Well, you're to be commended. We will keep checking back, and I want to thank you so much for joining us. It's been an honor and a privilege, and good luck in the future with everything from We Are Raising Men to Hope for the Holidays to your bubble races. You finally lost one, I know, but
yeah.
those included. Rodney Smith, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All righty, Rodney. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Well, again, thank you to Rodney Smith Jr. And as you can see, one incredible guy. WeAreRaisingMen.com, HopeForTheHolidays.com. If you want to give, those are the places to do it. Check him out. He's on Twitter. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. He's everywhere, social media-wise. And this is one of those really special people you're going to come across. Just at least follow this guy and keep track of what he does. It will touch your heart. All right, time now for some Unsafe Spaces sports. Well, we just got done with something that all you got to say is the NFL. So we just figured that's what we'd say, the NFL. And the wild card weekend in the NFL was pretty cool. 4 games, a couple upsets, a couple not so much. Starting off, the Colts beat the Houston Texans in the same division, playing for the 3rd time of the year. Colts dominated this game physically. Incredible performance. Next one also, on the AFC side, the LA Chargers went into Baltimore and beat the Ravens. Now, it ended up as a little bit of a tweaker at the end, but it was 23-3 with about, 6-7 minutes to go, and Baltimore made it a game there in the 4th quarter. Lamar Jackson did a good job in the 4th quarter. The other 3 quarters, he was the reason they were behind 23-3. Next game in the NFC, Dallas, Texas. The site of an amazing game. I know I said that about a lot of stuff so far, but 24-22 was the final score. Was tight, was well played, and Dallas eliminates the Seahawks, who were probably a bit of a dark horse in the NFC. Really good defense, but Dallas prevailed. And the last one was last night. Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Chicago Bears because the Bears kicker hits the upright, hits the crossbar, and it bounces back. Just heartbreaking? Yeah, that comes to mind. But Philadelphia and Nick Foles, the magic continues. And now next on their hit parade is going to be Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints, because we'll look forward now here to the divisional weekend, which is always the best weekend to call of NFL football to me. You got the Colts are going to be going to Kansas City, who was the number 1 seed in the AFC. The number 2 seed was the New England Patriots, and they're going to be hosting the San Diego Chargers. Over on the NFC side, you've got the Dallas Cowboys will be at the Rams. So far, I think all the home teams are going to win these games. And the last NFC game is the Eagles are going to the Saints. Now, they played earlier in the year, and the Saints just shellacked them. It's going to be a lot closer, if not Philadelphia winning again. So I think it's three home teams and 1 road team win these 4 games this weekend. Now, the big game, college football-wise, in fact, the final game is the college football championship, is the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Clemson Tigers. That's going to be at Levi Stadium. That's in Santa Clara / San Jose in Northern California. It features a matchup between 2 teams that are very familiar with each other. You've got young quarterbacks and veteran coaches. Well, Dabo's not quite as veteran as Nick, but Trevor Lawrence, Dabo's freshman quarterback, has played out of his mind. He's got Travis Etienne, the running back, who's played really, really well. His offensive line is highly underrated. I'm wearing this Joe Moore Award shirt today, and that recognizes the best offensive line in the country. And I think Clemson probably should have been in the final the way they've performed. They weren't. But Alabama, Nick Saban, and Tua Tagovailoa have just decimated college football this year. I think Clemson is going to win this. I picked Clemson to win the national championship at the very beginning of the year. And I think Clemson wins this thing, and it's a tight game. It's like 31-28, 31-30. But Clemson comes out on top, and they're going to be our 2018-19 national champions. All right, time now for another new, I guess graphically new, but an old feature, the Wambulance.
You better grab your blankie and just squeeze it real tight. These people need to get a real life.
Thank you to Chad Prather for that bouncy little ditty of his. The winner of our Wambulance of the Week award is the one and only Wayne Rooney. Yeah, Wayne Rooney played soccer over in Europe for an extended period of time, but now he plays for DC United. And he had a little issue where it says, At first it said he was arrested in D.C. I said, oh, okay, that's not unusual. Well, he was arrested for public intoxication at Dulles. Dulles is an international airport. Now, whether he was getting on a flight, getting off a flight, an airport is not a real good place to show your butt. And Wayne Rooney found out about how good an idea that was. But that's why there's segments like the Wambulance here on Unsafe Spaces. He blew it, and he's paying the price. All right, Feel Good Story is next.
I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world.
There's a lot of things we as Americans take for granted. There's a long list of things we take for granted. One of the things most of us take for granted is the ability to see color. But listen and watch the reaction of this grandfather. His kids give him these glasses, and for the first time in his life, he's going to be able to see colors. Check it out.
Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
How old are you now?
I love that. Yeah, okay.
Oh, there's something.
Put them on. How does it look?
Look at the balloons. Can you see with our eyes now, baby? What colors you see? Now you have rose-colored lenses, baby. Now you see with our eyes. Do you like the balloons?
Doesn't look like mud.
It looks like greater mud.
Who did that?
All of us.
I've been wanting to do it for years, but Paula did it.
What a fantastic reaction. You're curious what Be Better? I led this show off with a commentary talking about Freddie Solomon, what Be Better is for that family. That's being better. That's doing something that makes a difference. Rodney Smith Jr., he knows what Be Better is. That's what Be Better is, in case you're curious. All right, let's check out the ways you can find Unsafe Spaces. And if it comes to social media or most .com addresses, we got a lot of those for you too. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes. Oh, get us everywhere. Get us at unsafespacesUSA.com, randycross.com. If you have any suggestions of segment parts, or maybe suggest an interview, maybe suggest some content, just a little friendly criticism, how I can be better, go ahead. It's producer at unsafespacesUSA.com. And now for a special wintertime happy trails.